Congratulations and a big shout out to all those loyal patriots that attended the national protest for Ireland on the 26th of April. It was a great day, okay, amazing to see all the uprising happening, the anti-government, anti-immigration, anti-BS, woke nonsense, the anti-woke Marxist, liberals in government that we have now. There was also another one a couple of days ago in Letterkenny, okay, which is in Dublin. And there's also going to be another one, I think, in May, I believe sometime the end of May or June, and it is going to be in Cork. So it's great to see all these uprisings and these protests happening, okay, to show the government how we really feel, okay? The mainstream media cannot manipulate us any longer. Today we're going to be reacting to a video from Niall McConnell. Shout out to him as well. Go subscribe to him and go check him out as well. But this one we're going to break down as well. This is John Wilson, okay, he's an ex-Garda whistleblower talking about like mass immigration into Ireland. And it's great to see people actually highlighting these different issues in different counties, okay, all around the country. So like, comment, subscribe, and let's hear what he has to say.
So why don't you introduce yourself for now?
My name is John Wilson.
John Wilson, okay, and describe here what we're doing here today.
Well, simply put, this is a protest against the plantation of Ireland.
Yeah, and we're at Garda Cross, we see hundreds and hundreds of people. We're in the middle of a crowded meeting, but what has been happening locally here in Garda Cross? Can you describe what's been happening? What are the fears of the local people?
Well, I'm from Cavan, but the fears are the same nationwide. People are afraid of being outnumbered. People are afraid of, they're afraid of the Irish race being destroyed. The plantation of Ireland is well underway. In fairness to the Green Party, and you won't hear me saying that very often, the Green Party, it's quite simple. They have said that they want another 5 or 6 million people living in this island.
Yeah,
they're very
absolutely insane. The Green Party are literally the worst party in the whole country. I mean, that's saying something, okay? And a bunch of other parties as well, of course, Fine Gael, Sinn Féin are all corrupt as hell. And for them to say they want another 6 million people in the country is absolutely insane. Like, these people that they're bringing in don't speak English, they're from a place that doesn't care about our culture. It's absolutely insane to think that they want 6 million more people. That'll have the population in Ireland at 10, 11 million. Like, where are these people gonna stay? There's no houses. We already have a massive housing crisis with 15,000 of our own Irish people on the streets, and as he said there, Irish people are an ethnic group, and there's only 4 million in the world compared to all these other countries, that have millions and millions of people. China 2 billion, Ireland has 4 million, and India has 2 billion as well. Like, we are the ethnic minority in the world, like, for sure we are.
Honest about it. It's interesting you say, like, you mentioned, you called the Irish people the Irish race. I believe you're correct, because we are Irish people. Because if you listen to Sinn Féin, Fine Gael, they all say that anybody can become Irish. What is your view on ethnicity and all that?
In the same way that I can't become a Nigerian,
yes.
Nigerian can't become Irish.
No.
End of story.
Yeah, it's end of story. I mean, this is pretty plain and simple. If you were to ask anyone from Asia, anyone from Africa, they understand that, guys. Like, you can't change your ethnic background, but you can integrate to society and you can be from a place, but very few people, guys, okay? This sort of bringing in mass amount of people is just insane, guys. It's just insane. Illegal people as well, they don't care. It's like a free-for-all in the country, your DNA determines what your ethnicity is, okay? This is the same people that can't tell you what a man or a woman is, so just remember that, guys, okay? Paul Murphy has the flippin' flag in his bio on Twitter. He doesn't even call his beautiful baby, newborn baby boy, he doesn't even call that a flippin' a boy. He says it's non-binary or whatever. Like, just completely cuckoo insane, guys.
Yeah, it's based on DNA, blood, heritage.
Yeah, of course.
0.06 of the world's population are Irish. Only 0.06.
Yeah, it's tiny percentage.
As I said in my address there, within 100 years, if we don't stop this madness, this invasion of our country, well within 100 years, Irish people will be a small ethnic minority.
A despised minority.
Oh, for sure. 0.06 worldwide. Like, do you know how little that is? That is nothing, guys. Like I said, 4 or 5 million people, like, ethnically. It's just crazy. Like, my grandparents are buried down near the bog. We go get the turf every year, and they're buried right there in the bog. And it's amazing to see my grandma, my granddad. I never got to meet them, of course. They died before I was born, but, my dad is Irish. You feel that, you feel the Irishness, guys, when you do these things. Going to the bog, these sort of things, and people just want to take that from the Irish people, guys. I truly believe that the government want to take that from the people. They want to take the culture.
You're absolutely 100%. I couldn't agree with you more. So What is your views on what's happened in the future? Sorry, you're a former Garda Whistleblower, is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
Right. Well, do you want to talk about that for a wee minute?
Well, I think that might be for another day.
Another day, right? Okay.
But
You've had your eyes and the insight for a while. You've been a Garda. Can you describe what you saw, or is there anything you can say?
I left nearly 12 years ago. It's a different organisation now. Garda Síochána that I joined was a vocation,
right?
And Garda Síochána now is treated as a job.
Right. Okay.
We policed with the consent of the people. The guards now, Drew Harris is turning Garda Síochána into a paramilitary police force.
Wow. So yeah, he said, 10, 20 years ago, the Gardaí were like consenting with the people, they were helping the people, they kind of were a community service. Now it's like law enforcement, paramilitary, like the US, like Canada, like Germany, they have this like really kind of, heavy-handed police force. Law enforcement, they don't really care about the people, it's to enforce the laws. Like it's not good.
Yeah, you saw what happened in Newton Mount Kennedy and Ross Cray, how the Gardaí attacked the locals.
Oh yeah.
They were peacefully protesting against their little town being invaded. What's your what's your opinion of the Gardaí? And could they just said no, we don't want to do this?
Gardaí have the right to defend themselves, but what I witnessed in Newton Mount Kennedy was thuggery.
Yeah, I mean, in Newtown Mount Kennedy, guys, you saw public officials, you saw, people like that getting pepper sprayed, old women, old men, kids, that's just horrendous, guys, because they don't want this sort of, people putting into their, 200, 300 people being put into their community without their consent, without a vote on it. I mean, that is just insane. Like, what, he said it, Tucker Carlson said it with the interview with Conor McGregor. They hate the people, obviously now. It's kind of changed somewhere along the line. I'm not sure if it was 10 years ago or was it after the lockdowns, but there's just this division now. It's individualistic, division of the people and the government, the state. It's crazy.
In Dublin too, the same thing happened in Dublin. Yeah. And then Drew Harris came out and said that they were defending themselves and they were attacked first and all this nonsense.
We are at war for the survival of the Irish race. Yeah. I know that sounds dramatic.
That's true.
But that's true.
Yeah, you're happy.
It's not dramatic at all. It's absolutely true, guys. You know what I mean? I mean, this is grave danger now that's happening.
Absolutely, 100%. People need to speak more about this. Have you got any views on legal migration versus illegal immigration?
Listen. We need workers here, but work permits should be just work permits. A work permit should not provide a pathway to citizenship. Okay?
Yeah, but the majority of migrants coming into Ireland now are here legally. They're getting visas. They're the EU membership of the European Union. There's only a small percentage of migrants coming into Ireland are.
There's nobody talking about the United Nations resettlement program.
Yes.
And they are quietly shoving in thousands of people into this country.
Yeah, and it's true, guys. Like when we talk about legal versus illegal, we've already had so much legal and illegal, so we need to cut it off, curtail it, do an audit on who's here, like kind of do background checks to see, are people working, are people claiming the dole, are they claiming welfare, are they doing things legally here? And my personal opinion, guys, like, yeah, it's like all these work permits to give to people, it's just too many, guys. Maybe like 100 people, but they give it to 400,000 people. Like, the numbers are just astronomical. They're astronomical, guys.
Migration.
Yes, and we hear about this. But the Irish went all over the world.
Yeah, they always say that.
That's
the Irish subscribe to Western values.
Yeah.
What's coming? The majority of people coming into this country now, invading our country, do not subscribe to Western values, and they will never subscribe to Western values.
It's a hostile takeover.
It is a hostile takeover.
Right. But hey, it was good speaking to you.
Yeah, and I used to be quite unknown to what was going on, guys. I used to be like, oh, that sounds a bit kind of radical. Now I look at it, I'm like, oh my god, not at all. And this was like a few years ago, maybe 5 years ago. I used to think, what the hell, what are they talking about? When you actually look into this, which the majority of Irish people don't, that's why I'm making these videos, promoting other people's videos, you start to realize, like, holy shit, this is the worst thing ever that's happening to the country. Hostile takeover is, one way to put it.
Alright, good mind yourself, God bless you. Play your part in stopping the mass immigration invasion into Ireland by joining as a member to Ireland's only Christian nationalist movement in the whole island of Ireland, Síl na hÉireann. My name is Niall McConnell, I'm the leader of Síl na hÉireann, and we are at the forefront at opposing this mass immigration invasion into Ireland. Join it.
Yeah. So go check out his channel, like I said, go subscribe, go support him any way you can. These videos need to get put out there more, guys, by representatives, because it is like a free-for-all in Ireland now. It is a complete free-for-all, and the people running the show don't give a shit because they're getting paid at the top, guys. the government and the newspapers, they don't want this to stop because they're getting paid hand over fist to sell out the Irish people. So let me know your thoughts, guys. We're gonna stay loyal to the people on this channel. I love you guys all. If you want to support me, hit the join link underneath the video, become a member of the channel today, so I can keep pushing back against the mainstream and the bullshit that's happening in this country, quite frankly. So I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Stay free.